So NBA 2K22 is shutting down in a while, and for me, it was probably the best 2K MyTEAM experience ever. It had some crazy exploits like Luka Doncic just being Luka Doncic, but for me, it was the single best MyTEAM experience there has ever been, lads. And in this video, we're going to be using the most iconic players in NBA 2K22 today. We're going to be letting NBA 2K22 pick our squad in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. And obviously, we're going to be starting off with the most iconic player from that entire game, and it's Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic in 2K22 is the most broken player in the history of MyTEAM. You press the square button and it went in. Obviously, people figured out how to stop it, and a lot of guys that use Luka were just so brained out with Luka, but he was still hard to stop. Like, if you wanted to score 50 with Luka, you're probably going to score 50 with Luka. But still, you know what? I'll say it. It's more fun cooking somebody than it is having games that are 40-40, which is why I love this game so much. Ironically enough, a game that had no defense, 2K22, they were apparently so happy about their defense start of the year. There was none in that game. But in this year's game, call me cheap all you want, but this guy is still 142,000. This guy's still like 40 quid, 30, 40 quid. I'm not spending 30 to 40 quid on a bum. So for that reason, I'm using a card that's equally as much of a bum, but cost me 0 because, actually no, he's auctionable. I thought he was unauctionable. Either way, 75 3 ball, Luka. Luka's never been the same since 2K22. Heck, Luka was awful last year. But yeah, to be fair, they did give Luka a good interdimensional card, but until that last year, he sucked. And this card's not very good either. The next most iconic player in 2K22 was Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Jordan had an unbelievable release. Because back in 2K22, people still played on current gen a bit. People played between current and next gen. On current gen, Michael Jordan was an absolute demon. Way better than Luka, who sucked on current gen. Michael Jordan can move, Michael Jordan can shoot, and he was very hard to contest with his normal release. This year's game, we're going to use the free agent Jordan. I think he is a copy-paste of the other Jordan. Just not much of a shooter, still has a slow release at this stage. Good fadeaway though. But yeah, Jordan will be good in the game this year at some stage, but this Jordan just isn't good right now. Another iconic player was the Luka of current gen, Devin Booker. So we got a free invincible Devin Booker, and he was just so hard to guard. He was good on next gen. He was maybe the best shooting guard in the game, not named Michael Jordan on current gen. But the big thing with Devin Booker is that like he came out as a free Moments of the Month card, and everybody used that Moments of the Month card when he came out. He was so nice, played no defense, but was so good on offense that he was great. And this year's game, it's the exact same thing. Everybody's using Devin Booker. Devin Booker, like regardless of the stats, he's like one of the very few fun cards to use in the game this year. Like, there are so few fun cards in 2K24. Like, 2K have taken all the fun out of this game. And you better believe Kobe's going to be a fun card. You have to pay for him. But Devin Booker is one of the most fun cards in the game, if not the most fun card. And he's honestly going to probably be more iconic this year than he was in 2K22, despite the fact his shot was pretty much uncontestable that year. 2K22 was the first year of Chet Holmgren as a rookie. And 2K just made this guy a demigod. Chet was like 500k. He was one of my favorite players in the entire game. Like, I used Chet Holmgren and he just carried me. The guy was my point center. There were not many guys that could really move at 7 foot tall because, well, to be fair, broad guys just couldn't move that year. Size was a big negative for like dribbling and stuff. So like Giannis moved really slow, likes of Shaq. When he had 99, everything moved really slow. Ben Simmons moved pretty slow, but Chet Holmgren moves so super fast, super good release. And while he doesn't move that fast this year, he's still a diamond and he's still really freaking good. A great shooter, great length. People don't abuse the fact that he's weak as anything, but for me, Chet Holmgren is one of the best power forwards in this game. He's honestly one of my favorite players to use at this position, and he's incredible. And the best center in 2K22, a lot of people are going to talk about Taco and Yao and stuff. And yeah, those guys were good, but like Taco didn't really come into that game until May. Yao Ming did come into the game in January, but a center that ran the show, whether it was at center or it was at power forward, was David Robinson. David Robinson ran the show in 2K22, with that pink diamond card early on in the year being very comparable to his current day diamond. An 80-something 3-ball, the ability to dribble, shoot from anywhere. Like, his pink diamond was a top 2 center in the game until like freaking February, and he came out at the start of November. And then, within a month of that, we then saw his card in March, the Galaxy Opal, who had basically 99 and everything. The only problem was he didn't have a good dribble style. And this year, it's the same. David Robinson's the best center in the game. He just is. Like, this card is basically the same as the pink diamond that came out in November of 2K22. But what I will say is that this year's release is a little bit better than it was in that game. And David Robinson is a spectacular player. He really is. So most iconic point guards in 2K22 aren't actual point guards. They didn't play the point guard position. But one guy who was like a top 1-2 point guard for quite a long time in the game that year was Penny Hardaway. So Penny Hardaway came out as a diamond card in November early. And he was a lot of people's point guards until January. Because in Season 2, there was a Gary Payton card who was really iconic. And probably more iconic now in hindsight. I probably should have used Gary Payton, but we're using Penny Hardaway. But Gary Payton was the unlimited reward, and most people, Penny Hardaway was the better player. But Penny was like, you have to pay for him. So a lot of people just got Penny to get Magic or to get Gary Payton. And the likes of Magic and stuff weren't great at this stage in that year. So it was really Penny Hardaway, Gary Payton show. People used both of those guys, and they would carry people to wins. Height mattered more than ever in NBA 2K22. Maybe 23 height mattered more, but height really mattered in 22. And Penny Hardaway was dominant. This year, Penny's good, not brilliant. In hindsight, I've already played the game at this stage while recording the intro. In hindsight, I probably should have used Gary Payton, but Penny Hardaway is going to be in this squad. As always, when it comes to 2K, Kawhi Leonard is just elite. At the start of the year, he didn't really have much of a great card. Like, he didn't have, like, that flash card he had early in 2K22 was not really up to much, wasn't brilliant. But Kawhi Leonard, once he got that card in March, that power within Kawhi Leonard that came out before, at the very start of Season 5, that power within Kawhi, you could use your shooting guard for the rest of the year. One of the best releases in the game. That was the first time we got the Ray Allen on quick, and he was the best shooting guard in the game, even above the level 40. Then, at the end of the year, we got all the Dark Matter Kawhis in that Season 8 set, and he was probably the best of all those. Everybody using Kawhi Leonard as their shooting guard. Our version of Kawhi, one of the best players. And again, Kawhi's always brilliant in 2K. Just like he's brilliant in 2K this year. Just because of the defense and shooting, and his release is back to being great. So this year he's exceptional. 2K22 was a year of great free cards, and one of those was a Jason Tatum. So at the end of January, 2K came out with one of the best sets we'd ever seen, the Beast set, which included Pink Diamond Porzingis, who was just a god. We saw Andre Kirilenko in the set. We saw Anthony Davis in the set. We saw Budget Demons. I think we saw Darius Miles. Trying to think off the top of my head, but we saw Bobby Sura in that set. There was, to be fair, the Rubies and stuff weren't great, but like Josh Smith was in the set. There were so many elite players. There was a Jeff Green in the set, I think. But on that day, there was a grind as well. And the grind had a lot of good players. Like, it had a DeAndre Ayton, it had a Brook Lopez, it had Larry Hughes, who was a beast. But the end reward was the best small forward in the game. And it was crazy. And it was Jason Tatum. One of the best players in the game was that free Jason Tatum. It took about 5 or 6 hours to get. And this year, one of the best players in the game is Jason Tatum. But ironically enough, like, this Jason Tatum is not as good in comparison to the free Jason Tatum. But he costs money. 2K being 2K, I guess. But I will say that this year Jason Tatum is a nice player. As always in 2K, Giannis Antetokounmpo just runs the show. And it was no different in 2K22. What started off with the 75th anniversary card, followed by a 99 overall shooting guard. And heck, Giannis, who I completely forgot, was also in the Beast set. We had so many good Giannis's that year, but it was the first year ever that Giannis couldn't really run the point. Because he moved slower. Big men moved slower in 2K22. He wasn't outrunning everybody like in 2K21 or 2K20. It was the first, or even 19 to be honest. It was the first year where Giannis, the point guard, was not the best thing to do, but he was probably the best power forward in the game because of his defense that year. And the fact Giannis's jump shot in 2K22 was one of the best jump shots in the game for some reason. He had Giannis on quick, which was never missed. As well as that, at the start of the year, his Amethyst card was everybody's center. What a freaking card Giannis Antetokounmpo was. And I was wrong about his Amethyst card at the start of 2K22. That was 2K21. Either way, games are blending in together, but Giannis Antetokounmpo, an incredible player. And he's coming into this squad. This year, I don't like Giannis that much this year. I think he's the third best ender in the game, but look, really good card anyway for the squad. And then we're obviously looking at Yao Ming. Yao Ming was the level 40 card in Season 4. The first person to get him, I think, was Grussi, if I'm not mistaken, but he was easily a top 2 or 3 center throughout most of the game. The problem is that like speed mattered more that year than any other year. So while you could mash somebody with Yao, guys using like Kristaps or D-Rob could pull Yao out of the paint and they'd score 3 for every 2 you got. And a lot of the time people ended up using Yao at the end of their bench. But when we got the 3-point shooting Yao in the glitch set, and we got all the Yaos at the end of the year, Yao became one of the best players in the entire game. This year, Yao's a garbage man. Yao is a garbage man. To be fair, so was Taco, but I chose Taco over Yao for 22. And we're going to use Yao in the squad. The best budget player in NBA 2K22 was a Diamond Denny Avdia that came out in May. Diamond Denny Avdia is a guy that can compete with the best of the best at the point guard position at 6'9". And he had the best behind the back in the game. Not the greatest dribble style, but a good release. And he went toe-to-toe with the best of them. And this year, Denny Avdia is a solid budget small forward. Look at this card. 6'9", decent stats all around. Look, if the Wizards went ass, this would be a really good card. Unfortunately, not a point guard anymore. But if the Wizards did not suck, we would have a really good Denny Avdia card this year. And in April and May, 2K decided to do one of the best things they had ever done. The Zero Gravity set. For 25 straight weekdays, we got a card going from, I think, 75 overall or 74 overall to 99 overall, increasing by 1 overall every single day. And what we ended up with was a 99 overall Richard Jefferson, who was the best player in that game at the time. Maybe not the best player, but the best shooting guard in the game at the time. An unbelievable player who did a little bit of everything. He shot the three, he dribbled, he had 99 basically every stat, one of the best releases in the game with the Curry slide, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the try escape, I think, or maybe it's Kobe, I don't remember. Either way, he was just unbelievable. This year, Richard Jefferson is not the greatest card. I don't even remember if he was any good last year either, but yeah, he's not great this year. But look, is he better than Luka? Maybe better than Luka to get into my 10-man rotation. And of course, for all of you guys thinking about it, I don't know why I say all of you guys thinking about it, because let's be real, the DBG channel is not what it once was, so most of you guys don't even remember this guy. But the best player in all of 2K22 was a guy by the name of Donctober Jokic. Was it Nikola Jokic? No, but it was a guy by the name of Donctober Jokic. It was a diamond card that couldn't shoot, really, couldn't dribble, and he couldn't dunk. He was a Donctober card who couldn't dunk. And with that, a meme was born. Donctober Jokic. Whenever anyone asked for tips, it was Donctober Jokic. Whenever anyone asked who the best player in the game was, it was Donctober Jokic. To the extent where 2K gave us a 99 overall, Donctober Jokic for fan favorites. And yeah, that is my crowning achievement. Pushing a meme that got us a literal card. If only the 2K devs didn't hate us now, but also the fans don't like the memes anymore because you guys all take this game way too seriously now, and it's all about comp this, comp that, despite the fact there's no comp. Okay, mate, calm down. We got a terrible Nikola Jokic here. Again, I'm not locking in for the bomb diamond Nikola Jokic. We got this Nikola Jokic right here. So anyway, that is the video, lads. This is the team that we are going to be running with. Booker, Michael Jordan, Luka Doncic, Chet Holmgren, and David Robinson. Off the bench, we're going to go Penny. We're going to go Kawhi. We're going to go Tatum, Giannis, and Yao. But also, we've got the ability to put in Denny. I'll probably go run Denny mostly with my bench because he's really good. Jefferson might come in for Luka a little bit because I think he's probably slightly better than Luka. And Jokic might play a couple of minutes here or there. Anyway, that's the video. Now let's get on to the game. Okay, I've played this Cassidas 96 guy loads of times. I've played him loads of times. I'm pretty sure I played this guy three times in one of my old videos. I think we've gotten in. Go put it, Luka. Okay, that's the worst offense I've ever played. But you know what? 2 points will be 2 points. Assuming that I can hit both of these. I can't hit the first. To be fair, this is Luka at the free throw line. There we go. 1 for 2. I'm covering the corner. You know what? You shoot that, you hit it. Good shot. Dunk that. Check. Come on. Cut, Booker. Oh, D-Rob, you just got in the way. I'll take the midi. It's fine. It's fine, Give me that. Oh, come on. Right into the big man. Easy dunk, David Robinson. Him with a pull-up. Come off the pin down. Booker. Into another screen there. I thought he was meant to be coming off another one there, but it worked. I thought Chet was going to be setting a screen there on that play, but you know what? That worked. I hate to say it. Running plays the easiest way to play this game. I hate that Cabrillo was right, but the best way to play this game is by running plays. I'm not going to go complete brain dead and start, doing what some people do and just set it to auto plays. That is playing a QuickTime event. You're playing a QuickTime event if you do that. But, running plays is the best way. Oh, give it to him. Dunk it. There we go. We're doing well here. Quick pick and pop here. Attack the wing. Hit the shooter. Step foot into it. Come on, David Robinson. 7-point lead here to start start the game. Come on. And the fraud's on the ground, not getting back on defense to give Giannis a wide open layup. Come on. Well, semi pretty much contested layup, but still. Are we really running the pick and pop? Well, yeah, you know what? Screw it. It might work. It worked. Let's go. I'll take it. I'm sorry. I got to put in Dunked over Jokic for at least one possession. He's coming straight off, like, for Giannis, but I still have to put him on for at least one possession here. Oh, no, 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 no. Let's go. Let's hit him. Come off that screen, Jokic. Oh. Pop, pop, pop. We're good, we're good, we're good. And Jokic, you know what? An illegal screen. He comes on the floor for one possession, sets an illegal screen. That'll have to do, I guess. He's giving me that. He gave me a what? Like, that ball went through Giannis's hands. I blew it. Oh, and he missed. Oh my God, I got a free. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it was a lag spike or I just panicked. That's a steal, though. Ball don't lie, I guess. Come off, Giannis. To the basket, Jason Tatum. Oh, come on, Tatum, you had it. All you had to do was not just slow down in the air. You had a wide open dunk there. That's green. He's missing everything. I gotta be taking advantage of this. Should be a dunk. Chet. There we go. Use it. Use it. Good screen there. You know what? I'm getting open shots and missing them. It's fine. The game's about getting open shots mostly. I'm more of a guy about process. Like, if I miss my open shots, I miss my open shots. And it's green. I can't keep leaving. And he hits a white. See, I haven't hit a white in, like, over 3 weeks. Which is why I get very, very annoyed at that. Like, look, he's not guarding this play properly. I'm just running it every single time. Getting a wide open shot there with Booker. Come on. You know what? Go for it. Green. Good shot, Booker. Back to 4. Should have the basket. Great take, Booker. Come on. Let's keep going to it. Keep going. If as long as it keeps working, I'm going to keep feeding Devin Booker in that same play over and over again. I'm going to set up the same play, just run it completely differently. Jab step, attack baseline. Or just shoot the midi. Great shot, Booker. Come on. All right, so we're going to go Denny at the 4. We're going to actually run that same play for Michael Jordan, who does not have that play in his freaking arsenal. Screw it. ISO 5 out. Get the ball into Jordan's hands and burn him. Dunk it. Good steal, Giannis. Hit Richard Jefferson. Hit Denny Avdia. Denny Avdia with the dunk. Let's go. He may be playing power forward and not point guard like he did in 2K22, but he's giving us the lead here. Oh, should have been my steal. Great defense, Jordan. Someone's going to be open here, are they? Denny, you're going to cover the pass inside. Great defense, Michael Jordan. Richard Jefferson. Dunk it, please. Oh, you know what? I'll take free throws. He had, like, the best release in the game in 2K20. 2K22, and then, like, they've... I don't know why. Like, he's had a terrible release all the time. They gave him the best release in the game for some reason. Just for, like, a brief period in time in 2K22. See, Greenbow free throws for a 5-point lead. Oh, wide open the corner. He kind of half-played both. I had the dunk and I had the shot. That was just bad defense by him. Look, they have to be able to guard a Devin Booker off a pin down, which is not easy to do. Really not easy to do. Off the second screen. Fade off that. My board. Oh, it's fine. Just a quick pick and pop here. Got a good angle on it, though. Good angle here. To a wide open Chet Holmgren. He's no jumped so late at that. That's a red contest. He jumped from under the basket. He's hitting, but he's gonna have to start hitting with him. Okay, we should have got the board there, but I'll take that. Oh yeah, come on. Come on, Jason Tatum. That's a big shot. Like, that is a ice shot, like, right there. That's not an easy shot to take. And that's a dumb shot, and they got so lucky there. Oh, that's terrible defense by him. And it's an easy 3 by Chet. Like, look, in fairness to him, he is, like... He does have to play a style of play to force turnovers because he was down 7 points, but still. Not a great one there. If he lets me dribble it out, I'm going to dribble it out, basically. He's not letting me dribble it out, so... No, he's letting me dribble it out. We're good. Until I see a square button being pressed, I'm leaving down my controller. GG's, good game. And it's a good win right there for us. Anyway, that's the video. In 2K22, this team would have been an exceptional team. An absolutely exceptional team, as you guys can see behind me right now. This is what that team would have been. Some of the best cards throughout that year. Unfortunately, the servers are being shut down that game soon, and you better believe I'm making as much content out of that game as I can before then. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.